Evening, chaps. House tricks. Who we got on Facebook? Josie, Warren, Callum, and Tim. How you doing, fellas? And we got YouTube. We got Colin, Festa67, Graham, Stephen, Muse, Totally Scale Models, which I believe is Steve. Mark, Davey. How you doing, fella? So, hi guys. Anyway, I nearly never made it today. I've been too busy and I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I'm hurting. Evening, Panzer. How you doing, fella? So, as you can see, I've took a chunk out of my knuckle there, about a 5mm straight off the top. So it's a lot. It's rather tender at the minute, to say the least. Yeah, I thought it was Steve. I wasn't quite sure, but I got my little list up there. So evening, Mike. Okay, Dad, how you doing, fella? So I missed your live today, chaps, and everyone else with your chat. But like I said, I've been really busy trying to get this new room sorted, and it doesn't help when you can't use one of your fingers. I'm left-handed, so it's that finger that I use on the battery drill, the hammer, and everything else, and it's just absolute nightmare in a minute. It's sore. Right, bombs away. That's what we need to do. Fred, can I see the box of the Lancaster, please? Yeah, of course you can, Steve. No problem at all, mate. Uh, the box. Anytime, pal. There you go. You see that? There you go. And you get two options on it. I can even tell you the code on it. It's A08013. That's what it is, pal. And there's options on it. A Canadian one, I do believe. And everything else. There we go. 999. Oh, mate. It was mad because the missus was out the other day for a few hours, and that's when I realised how sharp laminate flooring can be and forgot, and it took a massive chunk off my finger. I'll tell you a little story about it all because it's quite comical in a way. Me being me, of course, there's always a funny bit to it. So I done it, and normally I cut myself and I go and just put the skin back over, it's like nothing. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh dear. And evening suit, and I was like, oh no. And claret was going everywhere. I'm trying to stop it, and I've got kitchen roll putting pressure on it. Anyway, the daughter phones. I'll tell you why I'm doing this. So the daughter phones, and she's waffling on the phone about a load of crap, and I'm like, listen, I've done my finger in here, blah blah blah, and she's like, oh right, where's mum? I said, mum's out. And she's like, oh right, okay, you need to put pressure on it. And I can hear her boyfriend in the background using some rather language I can't say on here. And says, get off the phone so he can put pressure on it, because I'm on the phone and I'm trying to, you know what I mean? So, I kept it elevated, and honestly, I've never seen so much blood than that. So my pal Alistair says to me, oh, don't worry, Fred, just put the skin back over and super glue it. That's what they do in the hospitals. I says, yeah. So I show him a picture, and he's like, where's the bleep skin gone? I says, I think it's in the Hoover. Oh dear. So yeah, but I'm all right. I touch the end of my finger and I can feel it, so I'm not damaged a nerve. I can bend it, so I'm not damaged a tendon. It's not gone a funny colour, so it's not an artery or anything like that. So I knew I'd be all right. So I kind of just taped it up and that. And she come home and she's like, "Oh no, what you done?" Blah, blah, blah. And gets the first aid kit out and puts all these mad dressings on it and everything. But I've stuck a plaster on it just for my life because it's not a pretty sight. But yeah, madness, man. Silliness as well because I carried on. You see, I carried on to finish the job. I didn't stop. As you do. Evening, Simon. How you doing, fella? All good. Who else we got? I said hello to Annette. If I haven't, hi Annette. How you doing? Evening, Ron. Looking forward to the next update on the Lancaster. And Rangers are the champions. Yes. Sorry for you Celtic fans, but you know, it is what it is. Evening, David and Marco. How you doing, fellas? Oh, she's been watching Wentworth. Yes, the language was rather blue, mate. Even by me, because I was really annoyed with myself, as you do, because, you know, obviously I want to get the new room done and finished. And I had the last bits to click in on top of the benches. So I ended up doing it one-handed while trying to stem the blood flow and everything else. As you do, you know. You just don't give up, really. You just keep going, innit? Mate, let's get this little bomb ski in there. Like so. I do believe. But it's just one of them, isn't it? The room's coming on nice, so. Wentworth, my missus loves that programme. She's goes mad for that. That and Orange is Black. That's the other one she watches. But that's all finished now, I think. But the new room's coming on nice. The missus is in there now cleaning because I've just about finished the messy bits. I've still got paint racks and that to make and shelving and whatnot to put up, but the main benches and all that are up. So all good. Happy days. Once I managed to get a extractor, spray booth extractor thingy-majig. Once I get one of them, I'll be in the room. I'm under instructions at the minute that not until I get a spray booth, so getting our bombage in there. Courtesy of Ron. I don't use that Rebel glue very often, but it's handy. And the Enterprise is finished, so that's good. I shall get that to where it's going to go. Fred, a tip: self-inflicted injuries, swear profusely while jumping around, waving an indigit in the air. it's just frustrating, and obviously as it dries up and scabs over, it's going to keep cracking every time I move and leak, and it's going to be a little while, I think, before it heals. It is what it is. That's just life. There we go. We've got our little bombage in there. I don't know if you can see very well there. The bombs are in there. I'll get a photo later. So we'll leave that to one side, let that dry. Instructions. We've still got some painting to do, some airbrushing. Make the most of the pink elephants before I have to go in the house and use proper extractor. So, okay. There's a lot of evening, Eddie. How you doing, fella? Fred, I do like your new model room and looking forward to seeing you completing it. Cheers, pal. I only get half the room though, remember? the missus has got the other half. It's actually really nice for me because some people say, oh, your missus, blah, blah, blah. You're not dreading it. And I'm not, to be honest. Generally, I spend, if I get a chance, I can spend from 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning till 10, 11 o'clock at night in here. And I don't get to see her very much when I do that. So it'll be nice to actually be in there and her doing a diamond art or whatever, and I'm doing my thing, and still being able to talk to one another and all that. When I'm live, she won't be in there. She won't go in. She don't have nothing to do with her life. That's just not her thing. So when I'm live, I'll still get peace. Just seeing where I cut off that sprue there. See, it's all this finger. Like, whinge. Do you mean the boss has the other part of the room? Yes, she has half the room and I have the other half. Which is absolutely fine. Evening, Stephen Baker. How you doing? Just cut off the finger, job done. I pretty much did. Oh, but have you noticed when you reach a certain age, it takes longer to heal? Yes, mate. I have noticed that. Everything seems to take longer. I nearly said a word there. And I ain't even got post-it notes to remind me. I just remembered to not say what I was going to say. A little bit of annoying ejector pin marks. Now, I know you're probably not going to see it once it's all in and done. But that's annoying. Has anyone watched Behind Her Eyes on Netflix? No, I've not seen that. Fred, but you have the bigger bench. Yeah. She started putting her little boxes out for all her stuff, you know, and the bench what's got the blind on it and the coffee machine underneath, that's all her storage, and I did that on purpose, you know, and because she's got quite a bit of bits and bobs for a hobby to put under there, and she started putting her plastic boxes, and it started to go over to my half, and I'm like, oh, and literally drew a line. She's like, I was only just sitting it there, it's not going to stay there. And I said, no, it ain't. Basically, I'm going to set up what I need, the monitors and everything else, and she can have whatever after that. So I'll be happy if I can just get my setup how I like it, and then she can do whatever. So if she gets over half because I don't need all the space, that's fine. So I've not got my fire on today, so the paint will take a little minute to dry, longer than normal, because all my tools are just dumped there in the middle of the front of the door there, and I'd have to put them all away to put the fire on. I'm not doing that. Right. So painting, we already did that side on these ones. These were the, sure, I made the little extra plasticky sticky out bit. I had to add one on. So what I'm going to do is, while I paint them, I'm going to paint the other side of them as well. That makes sense. But it's all good fun. Put my foot down. Paul, I'm not daft, mate. You know what I mean? There's two words to that equation of put your foot down that just doesn't work with ladies. One, she's a lady, and I'd never hear the end of it if I did. And number two, she's a Scottish lady, which makes things even more dangerous. So that ain't gonna happen. She's a good one, so I'm not going to upset her. She knows what I need and how it's got to be set up, so it's all good, mate. So I've got that on my little blue tack stick there again. Evening, Phil. How you doing, fella? And there you go. So that's hopefully that'll hold. And we'll just swap these over. And do the other side of these. I haven't really got a lot to do today, to be honest, on this. Snap, Fred Mine Scottish. Good man, Colin. Yes, you can't play games with ladies. Anyone that does is not going to be in a relationship for very long. Put it bluntly. Let's get some of these little clamps out. If you keep the missus happy, then the house is happy. And that's what matters. My house is stinking again, Fred, from that idiot in the street. Oh dear, he's at it again. Right, just getting these clamped up ready. There is a plus side of being in the house, you know. She'll every week she'll be round with a hoover and cleaning and all that lot, so the model room will always look nice. She won't touch my models, but she'll tidy up around everything. So there's a plus side to everything in life. Oh. Right, we'll go for some of the old NATO black again. Actually, I'll just use that old one there. So we'll get some of this NATO black on. A happy house is one that doesn't have my ex in it. Yeah. I lived on my own for a long time, you know. So yeah, it's working fine. Won't be able to do that anymore. I'll have to use my little cleaning pot and all that lot once I go in the house. That's one, Joseph. Happy wife, happy life. Too right, mate. See, it's that finger again. Look, it's that knuckle again. I'm never going to win. Move that little camera up, Dad. There you go. That's better. I sure to pull that trigger. Evening, Ralph. Evening, Michael. How you doing, fella? So, a bit of the old Alclad black. I only put a little bit in there. We'll see how we go. It's too high. Better. About 8 there. 8 psi. There you go. Quick as that. Super quick. It's just the other sides of the wheel bay doors. Let's going away there. There you go. Super job. So once it's dry, it'll be nice and matte. Right. And I've sprayed my finger. As you do. Like that. Lovely job. Just put a lovely spray mark right the way along my fingers. See that there. Hopefully that'll stay. But if you see the missus out with the Hoover, get Freddie song. I want a break free. She might find my finger. And Colin, you'll be happy to know, and I'm not happy to inform you, that she told me she wanted an extra socket for an annoying device that is going to haunt me when you lot are alive. And you know what that is. So you're going to have fun winding me up with that. There's a certain round circular thing that's going to be in the hobby room that I'm not impressed about. And I'm going to pretty much try and remember to switch off when I'm watching other people on YouTube. Yes, that's the one. She goes, oh, I've got to have that in there because when I'm up the stairs and I'm cleaning and you're out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, cheers for that. I've avoided that for so long. Where you sprayed fingers with pride. Look at that. Look. Lovely 2 lines there. Look. I've got gloves there too. You know what? A little bit of cleaner on there, and it comes off. So there you go. Sorted. All gone. Just don't like a cigarette near it. Right. So we've got our bombs on. Oh, I just knocked my boat over. Ship, whatever. We've got the bombs on. We've got that bit done. Oh, that's right. We've got some silly little bits. That's... Oh, right. It's black and aluminium. So we might as well clamp and paint them up. They're levers that hold the bomb bay doors open. Would I do that to you, Fred? Yes, you would. And I'm switching it off. And it'll be switched off, and it's not going on when you lot are live, because I'm just not going through that. Yes, Michael. Yeah, that's the one. And the toe rags that are on YouTube there have a habit of doing their lives and then shouting out that word and then getting silly songs to play. And I'm going to be switching it off beforehand because I've been getting away with it so far, but now there's going to be one in the new hobby room. I'm not going to get away with it. Evening, Richard. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How you doing, Stuart? Stuart's in the house. Whoop whoop. You're in time, pal. You still got half an hour. You done well there. I'll give you that. Right, this bit here. Just looking. Right, we've got two silly little bits here. Just here. There's one there and one underneath it. Down there. And it goes and holds the Bombay doors open, apparently. So we need to paint that up. And that's black and Humbrol 11. I think silver. It won't be silver, it'll be aluminium. Right. Red, change the name of the device. Then they can't activate it. Can you do that? No worries, Panzer. You take care, pal. Can you call it something else so you ain't got to say that annoying name? I didn't know that. My flat is an Alexa-free zone and will remain so. I don't blame you, mate. It's something else, to be honest. Now, this bit is proper daunting to cut because it's such a fiddly little bit. Evening, Chris. How you doing, fella? Yeah. There we go. There's one cut. Dubiously. It's really quite a fragile little bit too. Always hate cutting them little thin bits off in case they snap, especially when they're held in three places. Only 4 choices of names and we do them all. You get a choice of 2. That's a bit boring, isn't it? You'd think you get like loads of choice. Neat. They're drying nicely there. They're nearly dry, so once they're dry, we shall spray the other side and spray these at the same time. Evening, Michael. Great. How you getting on with your 132 spit, Chris? He's doing a Tamiya 132 scaled Spitfire. There you go. I'll just put him on a little clamp there. A little bit. I've actually clamped onto the pin that goes into the model. So they're quite handy when you want background music. You know, you can say that name. In fact, I'm going to say it because they're all probably on there anyway. Right, sorry for anyone that's got one, but Alexa, play Britney Spears. There you go. I wonder how many people that affected. Right. Evening, Conrad. How you doing, pal? Just watching motorsport before NASCAR. Thought I'd drop in, give thumbs up. Hiya, Sarah. How you doing? You okay? So I'm just going to spray. There's that side, and it's dry now. So I'm just going to spray that side quick. Right. So you say. They're saying that theirs is switched off now. Yes, going great so far. Quite a bit of painting done at the weekend. So do a bit of the building of the cockpit this week. And Annette says she's so glad she hasn't got one. Yeah. Yeah. Steve's got headphones on. Sorry, pal, I might have burst your eardrum there. Fred, I will never get an Alexa, as it would drive me crazy. Yeah. They're quite cool, to be fair, you know. You can turn around and say, play 80s music, and it'll just play 80s music, or 70s music, or 50s music, depending on how old you are. Me, I like Fleetwood Mac. So it's quite nice if I say, Alexa, play Fleetwood Mac, when I'm in the house. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them on there and do these little blighters, because these will need masking up like I did last time on the undercarriage. So I'll get them done at the same time. The rule on Sundays, turn it off. Pray, how do you know if the Alclad Gloss White Primer? How do you know if the Alclad Gloss White Primer has gloss white? There is white microfiller primer that's matte, and then there's the gloss white. I don't tend to use the gloss white and the gloss grey. I have it, but I don't use it very often because it takes longer to dry. So I tend to use the white primer microfiller, and then I aqua gloss it. But I do have the white gloss. Alexander, good evening. How you doing, fella? Fred, shout Alexa play Ramston at max volume. Have a triple pack of McVitie's, Sarah. Oh, come on. You're talking biscuits already. Making us feel hungry. I tell you who I do like, and I've not heard from him for a long time online, you know, publicly even. Roy Chubby Brown. Who remembers Roy Chubby Brown? He was a character. Can it be used as normal gloss white paint? Yes, mate. Yeah. If you use the gloss primer, you can just, that's it. You can just spray it and that's it. It'll be gloss white. Um, as far as I know, I've not built anything that's pure white, so I can't say I've tried, to be honest. Evening, Paul D'Souza. I'm on a matchbox roll. Just finished another BAC Lightning, and now a Grundon Prowler. Need some mono restart after spending 2 months on a Trumpeter 124 Hurricane. How was the Trumpeter 124 Hurricane? Is it any good? I did the Airfix one, but it's the old school, old tool with a bit of flash all over the place. Yeah, the only white aircraft I've built so far that's all white is Concorde, and I used a white microfiller primer, and then I aqua glossed it, put my decals on, and then I used a clear coat gloss and went over the whole thing. That's the way I done it. But I think Fester Colin, I think he uses fridge spray, the white fridge appliance spray. Apparently that's really good as well. So I just used it, you know, my way because I've got it. How about the Mac lads then? Just if you want something very rude. Yeah. Yeah, the Mac lads. I kind of vaguely remember that. I say vaguely because I don't want to like kind of let on an age thing. I get plenty of exercise so I can get away with it. Yeah, Chubby. Met him in air. Oh, right, cool. I just remember him in all them mad loud clothes and he's just a character, isn't he? He's like a rude Benny Hill. Right, we're just about dry there, so it's taking a couple more minutes because there's no heating. So Cheshire is fine. It's the Mac lads. Cool. What gets me is when you watch these award shows and you see people in the background, you think, damn, is that guy still going? You know, ones that you forget about. I can't remember his name. The fella that used to go Rock On Tommy and all that carry on all the time. I think he was in, what was that called? I think I seen him in Benidorm, that Dafty program in Benidorm. And I'm sure I saw that guy that done Rock On Tommy with the braces. He had like that mad hair still and all that carry on. Right, they're dry, so we can aqua gloss them, give them a protective coat. And I think my little legs are dry now. Yeah. So I'm going to aqua gloss them just so I can mask it. Remember these. so I can mask it and do it like I did with the undercarriage. So, and by then that'll be dry as well. Bobby Ball, yeah, that's the fella. Yeah, he was in an episode of that. I hate the program. It was just I was flicking through, and that Benidorm rubbish was on, and I saw him sitting there, and I was like, "No way!" Bobby Ball, man, he was a character in a hell. They're just a classic. These old ones. Right, Aquagloss, ALC 600. Great stuff. I use it on everything. I dip my canopies in it to protect them before masking. I do it to protect when I'm masking parts as well. Just brilliant stuff. There you go. Comes out like a milky colour, but it'll go dry. Dry, it's clear. This is proper sore on my finger knuckle here. It's that finger again. I was drowning my sorrows last night, taking my mind off the pain. So I had a bottle of rum given to me, just a small half bottle. And I got up this morning and I'm like, where's all my rum gone? And she's like, you drunk it all. Didn't think I drank that much last night, but obviously I did. Bobby Ball's dead now, recently too. He was in Not Going Out, but I can still remember Cannon and Ball from the 80s. Yeah, that Not Going Out's quite funny too. I'll tell you another one that I kind of missed. They only really made one season, I think it was. And that was The White Van Man. Did you ever see that? With that guy from 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps or whatever it is. That was quite good, The White Van Man. Booby Ball. What? There we go. Just sit these. Where'd you put everything? Roll on the new room and I don't have that hassle. How you doing, Bubba? You okay, pal? 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps was filmed near where I used to live. Did all my driving lessons around Runcorn Way. Oh, cool. Great. One quote from Chubby was into the bank with a balaclava. See how long you will last. because it's acrylic based, I use blue blue car screen wash concentrated. Great for acrylic. If it's true acrylic, it's great for cleaning out everything. But obviously I'm doing okay, going to be moving, don't know where to start packing the hobby room. Yeah, yeah, good fun that, huh? Yeah, you got that. So we've got them brackets ready to go on when I'm done. Put all these here too, actually. Quite like them on here because that soaks up the any excess. Once you're done. Oh. Yeah, I'll stick them on there too. Super. So we've still got our props there, but I don't want to put the props on yet. Yeah, I'm curious about the 124 trumpeter. They tend to be nice kits too, so keep us posted. Right, what else have we got here? Right, well that's just standard and that'll be black anyway. Wheels I've got ready near enough. And we've got the rear wheel to do as well. We're getting there. Nearly time for decals. Hi mate, trumpeter hurricane is hard work. Instructions usual trumpeter. Need a lot of forward planning. Several fit issues, but all in all a good kit. Super model 8 out of 10. Oh, cheers pal. Sounds good. Sounds alright that. Can't grumble at that. 8 out of 10's alright. Right, we need that C sprue. That one there. And we want 29, 28. Yeah. And B.III. F. That's D. Boom, 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 boom. I better take that off as well while I'm at it because that's got to go on the nose there. That's got to be brown, so it's the bit that goes on the gun turret. And a mad bit on it. I need to do that at some point and do it brown. All good. I'll glue these two little wheels together. Ooh, now, there you go. You've learned something new every day. I always thought the Lancaster rear wheel was like normal wheels, but it turns out it's not. I just kind of assumed that the wheels were just like normal rubber tyre wheels at the rear, but they're not. I'll show you in a sec. You know what assumptions do, didn't you? So you got your rear wheel there, but it has, can you see that? It's like a, reminds me a little bit like a railway wheel. You know, that centre bit, like a track, like it sits on a track kind of way. Red, I still have to complete my 1/24 scale Hurricane from Airfix. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that. Mainly because of the artwork that was on it. I didn't expect the rear wheel to have like a track groove. I was quite surprised to see that just then. Not what I was expecting. Oh well. Looks like a car wheel without a tyre. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's kind of strange, isn't it? I didn't think it would be like that. I expected it to be like the rear of a Spitfire and all that. Like, it's just like a normal tyre, isn't it? So, yeah, different anyway. Definitely not what I thought it was going to be. And it is a 56, which is aluminium in the centre. So I'm going to do like I did last time. Somehow. And I'm just going to spray the whole thing black and deal with that after. So I'm going to pop it on there so I can actually hold it and do what I need to do. And what's the time? Yeah, we've still got 5 minutes, so that's all right. I'm going to give my little wheel there a quick little coat of black, and then I can unclip it and do the aluminium later on. I found the model kit I like is £38 and they want £30 shipping. Yeah, to the States, isn't it? It's known as an anti-shimmy tyre. All right. Cool. Definitely different. Just not what I expected, really, to be honest. Right, where's me tyre black? Oh, right, yeah, railway wheels. That's it. It doesn't have a groove. It's just one side. That's right. I forgot about that bit. Oh, all good. Put the lid on before I get shouted at. I better do it on this and off. There you go. So I've done that rubber black, and then I'll disconnect it off of the leg bit and do that in the other black, in a NATO black, like it would have been once that's dry. So all good. Reference to postage cost. Airmail has gone up a lot since COVID. Everywhere it seems. Yeah. Yeah, poor old Sarah, bless her, she's over in the States, so it's from London. Flipping ridiculous. Shipping from the States would be better. Yeah. Sadly, I've never quite understood how we're supposed to be allies with the States, but we get hammered sending stuff to one another. I never understood that. And yet China, you can buy something for 50p and it'll be here in like 14 weeks. That's fine. But for 50p, you can't even get a stamp for 50p in this country to send a letter down, you know, a few miles away. I just never understood all that. You'd think we would trade between us and the States. You'd think the trade would be good. You would have thought. I mean, it'd be beneficiary for everybody, but the powers that be. If I sent e-models an email about a model they'd be interested at the moment, would you know? Yeah. Oh, right, is that to Colin? Yeah. I sent a mug, you know, one of the, uh, like the model club mugs. Just a mug for me to send it to the States was, I think it was like £17 in postage to send a mug in a little tiny box. 17 quid postage. Just as well I like the fella. Yeah, them Haynes manuals are great. I've got a couple of them. I've got one for the Spitfire, and I believe the other ones are Wellington. I can't see it right now to tell you. Or it might be a Lancaster. But they're great. I love all that. You still need to PM me, Fred. Oh, yes, mate. Sorry. Just absolutely been. My head's scrambled, mate. I've got that many meetings at the minute and trying to get the model room done and just everything, trying to get the men's shed ready to reopen when the time comes. My head's just kind of fried, mate. But yes, we'll sort it out. You just need to remind me and kick me up the bum now and again. Well, before we would have had the same rules as the EU, so trade between the UK and the US would be determined by the EU. Yeah, so maybe things will change, hopefully. You know, it's just a shame because, you know, we all got friends all over, and like I say, sending a mug was absolutely extortionate. I mean, I don't mind, he's a lovely guy, you know, so it is what it is. But see everyone next session. Be good, stay safe. Yeah, no worries, pal. I was out of time as well. I'm sorry, it is. I have a collection of Haynes manuals for cars, best books ever. Yeah, I remember back in the day you had it and you brought a car and you got a Haynes manual and you knew how to strip your car apart and put it all back together again and fix it and sort it out. And nowadays you've got to have your car hooked up to a computer, your key won't work unless it's programmed, and bring back the old way. No one knows what'll happen. Yeah. Right, so I didn't realise, but that is the time, 8 o'clock. And so that's time that I skedaddled. So we've got the wheel done, we've got the Bombay doors bits done. We've got some brackets there sorted out, ready to hold it, and we've got our little bombage in there. It seems to be holding nicely. I'll try and get a photo of that whenever I can. And that's about it. So, as always, absolute pleasure. And cheers for popping by and watching and whatever and chit chatting. And it's all good. Keeps me out of mischief, keeps me occupied. So, know where I am if you need me. And I'll catch you all Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and we'll carry on. That's all I can do. And I'm going to go and see what's happening in the new hobby room and try and sort it out. See what else needs doing in there. Anyway, bye for now, guys. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you all very soon.